currently, as you can see, 9:40 a.m. This is a screen recording to go over the entity that's already conceded that they are engaging in what is a criminal system that they never planned. It was never part of the plan for demons to be exposed and for criminal stalking by a demon-possessed population and demon-infected government to be exposed. And so with that exposure, the entity is engaging in what is an ongoing concession, including while they are stalking, and I document it, and they are already waiting on what is the impending doom, which is federal prison and mental examinations with regard to what is being subject to commitment, the demon-possessed that are engaged in this P.O.C. So that's the significance of this video that I'm going to capture. And I want to recall the audible activity of the mentally ill that are engaging in this criminal system and the evidence that surrounds them and the entity that is very delusional with regard to what is their impending demise, that the world's going to witness, but you're also going to witness their demise with regard to me prosecuting the government that is filled with the demon-possessed. And that's what this entity that's engaging in gang stalking this morning at 9:04 a.m. is engaging in, while they're engaged in what is an act of fear. The mentally ill who engage in what are criminal acts pursuant to their fear is the mentally ill population that is in need of martial law, okay? This is P.O.C.
For a bus?
This is L. Edwards, who's going to prison. He's under the 9:04 a.m. fake sun during daylight savings time. This is 537 North Euclid Avenue at the F Street and Euclid Avenue intersection, where, just as a reminder before you get into, this is where the fake sun was rising at 7:05 a.m. So with this evidence of being, number one, a demon that's in a uniform, this is all legally significant. He's going to prison. He also committed kidnapping as an agency, and the people of the state are engaging in criminal monitoring during the course of the video. This is speaking to what are demons such as Omnitrans employees, the gang stalkers aboard Omnitrans buses, the people of the state that are engaging in gang stalking via pedestrian traffic and on the roads and the highways, like in this video. They're subject to prison for targeting with this agency. That's all relevant while the entity is engaging in this under what is a fake sun that's in the background, and you're listening to everything that he's stating while he is speaking as a state, failing in what is a tactic regarding criminal defamation. He's going to prison for it. Okay, this is P.O.C. This is an absolute psychopath. This is the feces eater engaging in the pattern of conduct with all the feces eater who are stalking in traffic. They're all feces eaters, all of them. And they're engaging in what is the pattern of conduct while they are exposed as the mentally ill stalkers who under no circumstances will never engage in what is defaming another person when they cannot speak in any derogatory term regarding even a dirty toilet seat, which is their Looney Tune minds, while they are stalking as a demon-possessed population that's obsessed with me and my vagina, including L. Edwards and the people of the state stalking on Euclid Avenue, which includes CINTAS in the background, and it includes CALFIRE in the background, while the demon-possessed are gang stalking me. That's what you're paying attention to. This is L. Edwards, who's going to prison. He's under the 9:04 a.m. fake sun during daylight savings time. He's kidnapping on July 4, 2025 at 7:15 a.m. at Starbucks. This is harassment while they're monitoring on a device, speaking to what is happening, which is federal prison for him, and the demons kidnapping with him at Starbucks at 507 North Euclid Avenue. This is the fake sun that's present as of 7 in the morning, by the way. And he's engaging in what is... That's getting to his mental illness. He's there stalking and is engaging in what is stalking wearing a uniform, engaging in what is criminal summoning. And this is what the ordinary target individual is threatened by. He's going to federal prison for his failed tactics, which is in concert with the people of the state who are also going to federal prison and mental asylums. Bearing weapons, prison. Engaging what is using a police vehicle, engaging what is criminal monitoring with the people of the state who are engaging in monitoring together. Doing so where the airport and this same agency is stalking by the fire department. CALFIRE is gang stalking with Ontario police. Pay attention to that. CALFIRE is heavily gang stalking me in Hesperia. CALFIRE, these are demons that engage in very heavily documented tactics regarding what is not actual retaliation, because you're going to prison for what I'm documenting. You're not engaging in anything in secret, and they are a terrorist organization, not firefighters. And they're engaged in what is vagina monitoring at the Holiday Inn in Hesperia, California, where the entity was rising and setting a fake sun that L. Edwards is stalking me under. This is targeting, and it's very foolish with regard to being documented. This is what the mentally ill don't understand. While they're engaging what is documented light slinging, documented gargoyle conduct, documented stalking and obsession with planes and helicopters, and then you stand in front of me under what is a fake sun, and you refer to somebody else's mental illness while you're projecting, and you're going into a mental asylum for it.
And also doing so while they're stalking by helicopter, routinely documented. This is the same demon gang stalking at the Starbucks at 706 West Hope Boulevard on then July 5th, 2025. This is P.O.C. And this is exactly what D. Rodriguez is engaging in, harassment while I'm on the sidewalk, engaging in what is lawful conduct with the people of the state who are going to federal prison with the Ontario.
Exactly. This is all stalking together. They're all stalking me together. They're all engaging in what is worshiping and obsessing over me together. The demon-possessed are hostile because their obsession, their worship of me and my vagina is public information. And they're also going to federal prison, which is also public information. Every gang-stalking politician, every gang-stalking terrorist leader that wants to call themselves a police chief, like the sex offender Mike LORENZ, it's all public information regarding their mental illness, their demon possession, and their criminal system that I've exposed. And L. Edwards is going to federal prison for engaging in that today, and doing so on behalf of demons like Jason Fields, whose mental illness is also exposed, him and his sex partner Tracy Banks, who are both going to prison.
Police engaging what is gang stalking together. Remember, the entity has the fake sun over me while I'm at what is Bethel congregation yesterday, while I'm walking down this street, and this same population is engaging the pattern of conduct while this agency is stalking my helicopter. L. Edwards is going to prison. So is A. Quesada and Alex Escobar. Very heavily documented on what is in Ontario stalking under a fake sun. And this is, again, the desperation of the demons that are going to federal prison.
You need any medical help?
This is P.O.C. This is criminal defamation. This is what Tracy Banks is doing under the fake sun with the same agent.
All right, criminal defamation is relevant to the entity that is failing, okay? Their mental illness is right in front of your face. This is a fake sun. This is Chevron, just so that you know where we're at, because this is where the entity is engaging in what is that pattern of conduct as a desperate entity that is demon-possessed. The fake sun is over me at this same exact location where L. Edwards is stalking, being both a criminal gang stalker wearing a police uniform is the evidence of conspiracy to commit murder via criminal defamation, and everything coming out of this mentally ill psychopath's face is relevant to that failed, albeit remaining criminal, ongoing conspiracy, which this agency is still engaging in with an intent to obstruct justice because of what it is that I'm capturing in screenshots, which is exactly what's going to happen. It's foretelling what is federal prison for the people of the state. That's exactly where they're going for gang stalking with this agency, including this agency that are, again, desperate demons under a fake sun that's over me at this same Chevron at 2:46 p.m., like I documented yesterday, where he is speaking to what is intentional defamatory speech, which bears no reflection on the American citizen that they are stalking together as an agency, where, by the way, the airport is stalking with this agency. L. Edwards is going to be subject to routine mental examination. So is, like I stated, Alex Escobar and A. Quesada. That's speaking to the agency, the demons that are engaging in a very heavily documented pattern. And I also want to go ahead and remind you about the demons that are engaging in this as an agency, and they're all going to prison. Okay, that includes these demons that are engaging in gang violence with the people of the state. And they are all of the same condition. They're demons and they're severely mentally ill, and that is no longer a closeted mental illness. And to engage in what is audible activity while you are stalking, like L. Edwards is, and doing so while wearing a uniform, bearing weapons, facilitating gang violence with the people. This is federal prison, and the people of the state are going to prison as well. That's the malice regarding the desperation of the light slingers themselves, who are stalking on the roads and the highways while stalking me with impossible light, which is relevant to their obsession with me, their obsession with my vagina, and the mental illness that is shared by their demon-possessed children who are terrorists as well. And this is speaking to the necessity, the urgency, how imperative deportation is, and martial law. This is P.O.C. This is where the entity is indeed stalking. And that's the mental illness that is shared by L. Edwards. Psychopath sharing in criminal activity. And L. Edwards, the entity that's engaging what is defaming the character of American citizens, are the demons that are going to mental asylums. This is P.O.C. This is the fake sun that's over me at 2:46 p.m. These are the population that's being deported. This is the population that's in need of martial law. This is the population that's engaging in lawlessness. And they're engaging in what is stalking, doing so in a readily identifiable manner. And they do so while they are hostile. L. Edwards stood right here engaging with his criminal conduct, for which Mike LORENZ is going to federal prison. And so are the people of the state. License 34 580Y3, sharing and targeting with the Ontario Police Department. And the entity does so with the immigrant population who share in this disdain for this country. They murder people, kidnap them, and defame them, put them in facilities. That's what's relevant regarding the malicious audible activity of a mentally ill person such as L. Edwards and 60624G2, sharing in that mental illness while they're stalking under things like a fake son as a population. This is P.O.C. It's 9:50 a.m. at 537 North Euclid Avenue. Those demons are going to prison, including L. Edwards that stood right here, and the demons of Starbucks that engaged in kidnapping with him. They're going to federal prison. P.O.C.